Last time I came, I was still exploring a lot of, I just was still learning how to be comfortable with everything and just, there was so much knowledge and I wish I could have had attended more. And so I felt like this time I had to attend because it was so good last time and there was just, I know there's more to be learned and I'm always growing and learning new things and I think it's just a journey that will continue. Well, my main concern at the last conference was all the faith-based like sessions because of my strong spiritual upbringing with my family, and I wanted to tie it in somehow and figure out how that would work.
Yeah.
Because of us being raised Catholic, I felt like it was difficult to navigate that. So I learned a lot from just kind of how to tie it into our life.
I have kind of viewed it from a different perspective, especially as it comes to scripture, realizing that some of the things that theologians tell us about faith, there is another perspective, and we have to consider those as well. And it's obviously a lot of people, I mean, it seems like the Bible is made up of a lot of interpretation, and there are interpretations on both sides. And at the end of the day, you as a person have to decide what you believe.
Just to help people understand that you're still supposed to not judge. You're not supposed to, in any part of your life, not judge people for their choices or their decisions on parenting, or it's just, you're supposed to love people like yourself. And it's not about, you're not the one to judge. It's not your job. That's not your job.
I always try to learn something a little bit better about how I can actually continue to support my child. But I think one of the other things that I try to take with me a little bit is understanding just a deeper level of people's humanity, and bringing that into my everyday. Whereas I stop making assumptions about what I see in front of me, because I may not know how that person wishes for me to see them. And I try not to make those assumptions anymore. There's a deeper understanding of my true core values and not allowing those to be stepped on in any way, shape, or form, to the point where I recently quit a job because of the fact that they were not supportive of my child's transition. And I decided I was not supportive of their organization as a result. So yeah, I've come with her the last 3 times, and every time I have noticed a light from her. It's the drive down here. She's your typical kind of moody, flip on a dime teenager who was just woken up at the crack of dawn. And by lunchtime, she's happy, excited, ready to talk. And you see some minor or micro improvements just in her behaviors and also her comfort level with who she is. And that's something that you may not get at home on any particular day. And so seeing the way that she is in her own skin here, the way that she's just comfortable and happy, the light that's within her, it just fills my heart to see my kid feel so comfortable. Yeah. Every time we have come, we were just talking about this as we were walking around, there's been little, I would call them baby steps, but for her, they're probably huge steps. They're not little steps for her. They're giant chasms for her. The first time that we came, it was just her and I, and that was the first time that she shared what her pronouns were. She also shared her chosen name. This time, she participated in Project Q and got a haircut, and it's beautiful, it's gorgeous, and it's more of a reflection of who she sees herself as.
Just to see her choose a style that she wanted, and she's like, I want this color, and like all this stuff, where before it was just like a battle.
Yeah.
Like just having her brush it, like do something with the hair. But now she's like really, chose a style, and she said, I want this color, and it's just like really honing in on like who she wants to be, which is great.
So we just see her taking steps on her journey, and we see her making the decisions for herself, which is really, I think, tremendous for us as parents to see our child feeling comfortable in making those decisions and empowered to do so.